I'm Terry O'Hara-Lavoie, co-founder of Culmore Clinic, an interfaith-free clinic in Bailey's Crossroads, Virginia. Welcome to our home. In a normal year, Aunt Jack and I would have asked you to come on in. We would have asked you to stay comfortable, be with us for a while, and I probably would have hugged you whether I knew you or not. You would have come into our yard, which would have been transformed by our events committee. You would have met friends from Vienna Vintner. You would have met friends new and old. You would have met our volunteers. You would have met volunteers from Cisco Systems, and you would have seen food donated by our area restaurants. We would have also talked about healthcare. Under it all, a very serious topic. But tonight, in many ways, we're doing very much the same. I want to introduce to you a dear friend, Judy Romero, Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Culmore Clinic.
Good evening. I'm Andrew Romero. I'm an Episcopal priest who serves at St. Mary's Church in Arlington, and it has been my great honor to chair the board for a number of years now. And you know, this story never gets old when I tell it, because it is remarkable that two women, when they saw the need, rather than saying we're helpless and can do nothing about it, instead they said, let's figure out what to do. Today, the clinic is comprised of Muslims, Jews, Christians, 17 different congregations coming together to stand fast with the least amongst us. You and I live in a time that is unprecedented. Not only a pandemic, but the systemic racism that afflicts this country, with the fact that access to health care is not universally available. Now, the response is amazing. I gotta be honest with you. The business plan probably wouldn't have passed muster, but this is a faith-based organization, and it's one that has simply gone from strength to strength when people have stood tall and said, yes, we can make a difference. 2 universities are involved, NIH, and perhaps most important, the dozens and dozens and dozens of volunteers that make this all possible. Now, what's especially exciting this year is that we, after a long, exhaustive search for an executive director, lo and behold, we found a woman from Belfast who had spent years in international development and then right here in our area in nonprofit work. And lo and behold, Annalisa is the right person to be our executive director. And so, without further ado, I'd like you to meet Annalisa Quinn.
Well, thank you very much, Andrew, for that very kind and gracious introduction. I am delighted and I am honored to be carrying the torch forward and building on the vision of Terry O'Hara-Lavoie and Anne Cartwright as they committed to a vision that said nobody in this community is going to suffer from lack of access to healthcare. Culmore Clinic is located in Bailey's Crossroads, Culmore communities, and these 2 communities have been described as an island of disadvantage in an otherwise extremely wealthy part of the United States. Many, many people are struggling day to day. Many of our patients, over 60%, have an income of under 100% of the federal poverty line. And what that means is that for an adult who comes to our clinic, they're earning under $13,000 a year. Our patients are also facing a number of other barriers that prohibit them from fully being healthy and stable in this community. They struggle with barriers like transportation. They don't have cars. Or they struggle with affordable childcare. And certainly healthcare is a big issue. And I was really compelled when I first met Terry and she told me about the work of Culmore Clinic and how she didn't want any child in this community to look at their mother struggling and suffering because she can't afford to get insulin to handle her diabetes, or any mother or wife or spouse to look at their spouse and say, is this another day of sick leave that will not get paid because you are too sick and your blood pressure is not under control. Culmore Clinic, it fills a gap in this island of disadvantage. And it is a small clinic, but it is absolutely mighty. Its reach is pretty extensive. We have over 350 patients. Most of them are immigrants into this country, and 3/4 of them are female. They come to us for primary health care, but we also have the ability to refer them to various other resources in the community in specialty care, labs, diagnostic tests, and the like. So they can come to us, they can meet with a provider, many of whom are volunteer, and they get the health care they need. And it is a primary health care home for them. The data shows it. Over 90% of our patients come to us more than once a year, and over 60% come 5 visits or more a year to help control and maintain their health. COVID-19 came a month after I stepped into this role. As Andrew said, it was unprecedented. We didn't know that this was coming. I certainly didn't, but I still would have stayed. But what I have been just so impressed with is how this small but mighty clinic rose to the occasion. We knew that our patients were going to suffer more than probably anyone else in the community from lack of access to resources that would enable them to stay healthy. So we increased the hours of operation, we extended the number of days, we organized a medication pickup on Fridays so people who were able to get free and reduced priced drugs could still come and get them so that they didn't have to suffer from lack of access to those. And then as we realized that we were in a hot spot in Fairfax County of COVID infection, so we figured we have got to enable our patients to access free and affordable and accessible COVID testing. And so we reached out to partners and we established our own COVID testing site, which occurs twice a week. So this small but mighty clinic has done all that. We have had 9 patients, unfortunately, be so sick that they were admitted into hospital. Those same 9 patients have been discharged. One who was very seriously ill and intubated is now in a rehab center. But we are still managing to take care of them remotely through telemedicine. I am so happy to be here. I thank all of you because you give to us. You give to us in financially, you give to us in your prayers, you give to us in volunteering and being part of this mission. And I really want to thank you. We still need help though. And if you feel that you have a role or a calling to be a volunteer with us, please, please let us know. Or if you know anyone else who could serve in a medical capacity or in a setup ministry capacity, or we have a plethora of different roles that you could have. And we also need financial support. If you go further down on our webpage that you're on right now, you'll see different opportunities for donations. You can click on a one-time only, or you could join a stewardship circle and support an initiative that is really meaningful to you in the medical field. At this point, I would like to again thank you and also welcome back Terry and Andrew, who is going to give a toast.
To health, to the human family, to Culmore Clinic, which makes a difference not only in the lives of the patients whom we serve, but blesses each and every one of us. To health.
To health.
To health.
And now to pick the winner of our raffle.
Look at that one. I know, it's so too much pressure, too much pressure. Okay.
Lisa DeHart.
Yay!
Lisa, congratulations. This is a wine basket of varietals chosen for you by Van and Vintner. We hope you enjoy that. Everyone else?
Please
Please.
click below and donate.